Ready. 70, Indy. Get that ball. Get that ball. Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll buy some time right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
Here we go. 8, read. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Go now.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
We got
2nd and 11. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Terry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Squeeze. Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. Gets around him. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Baby, that's baby shot. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On first down, right back to Lindsay. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Back at his own 49.
Set, ready? 60 or. Big grip.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Terry. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
10 over. Let's go. Look at me. Go. 5.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. This is caught. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? but with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From a yard out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Let's go, bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Down.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. On play action, they'll throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Back to throw here. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
Got it. Here we go. Set. 50. Plant. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Get it.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I think the key to that play was them understanding and knowing that once the ball was out, they were still eligible to pick it up and carry it.
Yeah, there was some standing and some staring on the wrong side of the football there, wasn't there?
Yes, he has a name, he has a number, but for us, he's Johnny on the spot. And how about that rambling run all the way to the end zone with that alert play that he just made?
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. And let's get that home.
They'll go to Perine, trying to pound it in. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Samaje Perine, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Hey, echo.
These two teams all tied after one. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Check. Rock it.
From the gun, Herbert. He's going to air one out. He's got him in. Complete. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, 81 yards, and the Broncos have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
On the ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson, 77 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly, read the football, and went and made the interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Kill. Ready?
Now it's Jackson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On On second down, this is Jackson. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. That's caught by Jackson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Anthony Lynn says, let's go for 3. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And this one is right through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
That's it, baby. We got work.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Herbert. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted, like you said, to pick on the opening drive. Second drive, not much better. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
25, check 25, check 25. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Shoot.
On 2nd down now, it's Jackson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And it's 3rd down.
Ready.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
I'm here all day. Mike 22, Mike 22. Watch the run, watch the run. Get it.
2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. A big play there for L.A. 46 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 8-yard line.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Hey, check. Go.
Now a carry for Pirine. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Here's Pirine. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's 2nd and 8. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Durham Smythe, as the first half is winding down. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we have reached halftime, intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Let's go. 15, Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. We don't want this. Put up. Ready.
On first down, Herbert. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there at 22.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ready.
So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Second and 5. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
That's the way. Watch out. Let's go. Now.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Off play action. Herbert. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. It's their quarterback with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll run again with Jackson. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen, 77 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, exactly.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Hard. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Dude.
Off the play fake. Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A huge play there for Denver. 67 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
49, guys. Mike. Hey, Charlie. He's tired of you. He's tired of us. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
So that'll back him up 5. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal.
Get up.
From the gun, Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 22-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's go.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First down, Chargers.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Go now. 15 line. 15 line. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Say go.
They'll run it here with Pirine. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're and at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And 7 yards to go.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7.
Check, check. Hey, dude. Like 50, like 50.
They're going to look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. He's picked off at his own 46. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
90 Wolf. Go. Check. Crunch on the side.
Now Pirine. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Set up. 60 Pittsburgh. Oh, you got deep? Hit it.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Haven't met a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He'll drop to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown
rush coming, and he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A give running right, Lindsey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw. Herbert. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, it's Jackson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Break. Hey, 50. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Let's go, defense. Hey,
he'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. On second down, a run with Lindsey. Got some room at the 30. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line. Ready.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Come on, set, 50, plant. 58, right there. Focus, defense, focus. Hey, switch gears.
Off play action. Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Desmond King picks it. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for our visitors, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Denver, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.